Major United States highways from eastern, southern, and western states and from the Canadian border converge at California's revolving door with Mexico. Tijuana, Baja California, the busiest port of entry in the world with over 60 million annual crossings, attesting to the economic integration between California and Baja California. Mexicans spend over $3 billion a year in San Diego. Americans spend over $2 billion a year in Baja California. Tijuana, Baja California's economic center, boasting its own international airport with 47 industrial parks housing 577 foreign-owned assembly or manufacturing plants known as maquiladoras, multinational companies such as Mattel, Pioneer, Panasonic, Sony, Sanyo, JVC, Honeywell, Samsung, Toyota, Hyundai, and dozens more employing 162,000 local workers. Tijuana is experiencing an annual population growth of 6.9%, the fastest in Baja California, and second in Mexico. Everywhere one looks, there is housing construction attempting to meet local demand and falling short. Nearly 100,000 entry-level houses are in some stage of development, and permits have been issued for another 150,000. Throughout the city, new housing construction is, it seems, forever sprouting new developments. Basic housing for entry-level workers that sets the pattern for property ownership and a stake on the progress of the community that comes with pride of ownership. Corridor 2000, a 4-lane highway that will, when completed, open the southeastern fringes of Tijuana to new development. The modern road cuts diagonally from the U.S. border east of the present Otay Mesa port of entry to meet with the scenic coastal highway at the Fox Studio location below Rosarito Beach. Office buildings, first-rate hotels, challenging golf courses, and affluent residential areas, Tijuana is growing in all economic, industrial, and commercial sectors. The vastness of Tijuana comes into light. Its future as a dynamic city is assured. But there is a far greater integration between the United States and Mexico, going beyond economic integration to people integration, as more and more Americans buy homes along the Pacific coast from Tijuana to Ensenada. This, then, is the Baja real estate boom. The oldest development on the Baja coast, dating to the 1960s, San Antonio Shores, is the first to greet new and frequent coastal visitors. The well-established community is home to several hundred U.S. expatriates who have seen their investment generously multiply with passing years. The call of the ocean, as the poem points out, is the allure that created the success of the California coast, and in time so multiplied the costs of owning land anywhere in California is now a mere dream to most American citizens. So it is the call of the ocean that now beckons Americans to Baja, where property is still affordable and quality of living far less expensive for those seeking retirement. The Baja coast extends from Playas de Tijuana, connected by the scenic toll road running alongside the Pacific Ocean, itself providing unforgettable vistas, much like those experienced driving the coastal highway in California. Walking, horseback riding on the beach, surfing or boating on the water provides a differing scenic perspective as waves gently roll onto the sandy beaches or crash onto the long ago deposited lava rock, continuing its carving, creating new images, awing our senses. Along the coast, mile after mile of sandy beaches with houses, townhouses, and now high-rise condominium and hotel buildings dot the coast, along with marinas, with the promise of more of everything to come. It's no surprise that so many Americans have chosen, and now, in droves, choose to own a second or retirement home along the Baja coast. It's no surprise that sales of Baja coastal property are brisk, and it's no surprise that land values along the Baja coast have risen dramatically over the last few years, but are still a fraction compared to property values along the California coast. In December 1995, Rosarito Beach broke from being a suburb of Tijuana's by incorporating into a municipality known in the U.S. as a county, becoming the 5th county in the state of Baja California. The municipality includes nearly 40 miles of coastline with a surge in population since incorporating from 28,000 to over 100,000 residents. As many as 15,000 Americans either own second homes or live full-time in Rosarito. In 2003, when U.S. real estate values rose dramatically with California properties among the state with the highest increases in value, thousands of homeowners found the equity in their homes take a steep swing upward. By the hundreds, they began to refinance their homes, taking equity money to buy a second home along the Baja coast. With them came investment speculators, placing deposits on properties, entering into contracts for their purchase on completion at the then sales price, hoping to cash in on the increase of value before taking possession to resell at future higher price. From 2003 to 2005, property values along the Baja coast increased by no less than 20%, with the more choice properties enjoying beachfront increasing in value by 30%.
And I have seen the values explode from virtually $10,000 to $20,000 estates, small estates, to now, anywhere between $300,000 to $400,000 average value along the Rosarito corridor, and $1 million plus in the Cabos. I mean, so it's been an explosive growth in Baja.
The cooling off of the U.S. real estate market has seen the near-total retreat of speculators, allowing for the baby boomers to take over more and more of the present market. Further south is home of the Fox Studios, made famous with the success of the film Titanic that was in great part filmed on this location. It is today a tourist attraction offering guided tours. South of Rosarito Beach, but in its municipality, Puerto Nuevo or Newport became famous for its uniquely cooked and served lobster meals. From a small fishing village 20 years ago, it has now emerged as a small town with several dozen well-attended restaurants. Just south of Newport, coastal development is in full progress as homes and multi-story condo buildings are cropping up, along with stores, restaurants, and other services. There is no sign on the highway at La Misión welcoming visitors to the border between the municipalities of Rosarito and Ensenada. You know you're in Ensenada County when seeing the first planned development under the bank trust arrangement constructed in Baja California in the early 1970s, Baja Mar. Complete with majestic ocean views, a golf course, and hotel, it has long been held as a standard of quality development. Proceeding towards the city of Ensenada, one passes the most spectacular property in the entire coastal corridor, Sal Si Puedes, a 750-acre parcel destined to be one of the most magnificent developments in the entire coast. Sal Si Puedes boasts scenic views rivaling those enjoyed in Big Sur in Northern California. The city of Ensenada is the county seat of government. Ensenada County is the largest land county in Baja California, stretching from the Pacific Ocean to the Sea of Cortez to the east. The municipality includes Valle de Guadalupe, Mexico's most important wine-producing region, where the Fiestas de la Vendimia Group Harvest Festival is held. Ensenada County is where the internationally famous Baja 500 and Baja 1000 is held every year, attracting racers and their aficionados from throughout the world. The Ensenada Cultural Center enjoys a history that began when Jack Dempsey, heavyweight champion of the world, with questionable partners built a Grand Casino hotel during the U.S. Prohibition era. The Mexican government eventually prohibited gambling, shutting down the casino. Today, the city of Ensenada is a thriving city with a population in excess of 500,000, boasting rapid growth in most sectors of its economy. It completed a downtown redevelopment project that has beautified the city and added to its tourist attractiveness. Housing projects like in Tijuana are sprouting, providing much-needed shelter to working families. Ensenada also boasts high-income neighborhoods, displaying from the plain to the opulent. Ensenada boasts one of the highest-rated schools of oceanography in the nation, as well as a state university campus, UABC, Ensenada, and CETIS, another university in high standing. Along its coast, marinas are thriving, along with five-star hotels like the Hotel Coral, with its private marina and fine restaurants. Along the 70-mile coast from Tijuana to Ensenada, there are at present 57 developments that will contain over 10,000 residences. By all accounts, sales are brisk, particularly when the quality of a home is high and the price deemed a bargain. At the park at Malibu, 1,600 square foot homes offered from $200,000 to $230,000 sold very fast, as related by the sales company handling the developer's marketing.
We sold 40 homes in one day.
The two main attractions to buyers are the comparatively low prices of Baja coastal residences versus the immensely high costs of California coastal properties, and the proximity to the California border. At present, there are 57 developments with over 10,000 single residence condos or lots ready to build on inventory with a sales value exceeding $3 billion. Reportedly, sales along the Baja corridor are in excess of 100 per week, over 90% to U.S. citizens. Beachfront properties range in price from the low 300,000s to the mid 600,000s. But it wasn't that long ago that California newspapers carried articles on the eviction of Americans who had purchased property in Baja due to faulty property titles. So the question begs, what if anything has changed to make today's buying frenzy safer than it was not so long ago?
Americans are exactly protected in the same